Welcome back everyone. In this video we see Emanuel Lasker's game. This game was played in 1907. So without wasting time, let's move. In this game, Emanuel Lasker play with black pieces and Charles play with white pieces. So Charles starts with e4 and black replies with e5. Knight f3, knight c6. Bishop b5, Roy Lopez opening. Knight f6, Roy Lopez opening, Berlin defense. And white continue with d4. E takes d4 and Charles first castles king side and didn't take this d4 pawn. Bishop e7, knight takes d4 and Lasker castles king side. Knight c3, rook e8, rook e1, bishop b4. And now black pin this knight. So pressure is on e4. So Charles first move his bishop on g5 and Charles also pin this knight. So this knight can't move because this knight is pinned. So Lasker continue with h6 and create pressure on bishop. Bishop h4, g5, bishop g3, and now Lasker continue with bishop takes knight c3 and exchange his bishop with knight. So after exchange this knight, so black remove the support of knight on e4. So now black can take this e4 pawn after taking this bishop. So Charles continue with b takes bishop and black continue with knight takes e4. And now you can see that black's target on c3. But Charles first move his queen on h5 and create pressure on h6. And Emanuel Lasker continue with knight takes knight and exchange his knight. C takes knight, knight takes bishop, f takes knight, and you can see that Lasker exchanges his pieces frequently and not develop any other piece. So that's a mistake. And again, Lasker continue with rook takes rook and check and exchange his rook. So Charles continue with rook takes rook and now pressure is on h6. And you can see that black's minor pieces didn't develop because of early exchanges of pieces. So Lasker support this h6 pawn with queen f8 and Charles continue with bishop c4 and pin this pawn and Lasker continue with c6 and you can see that Lasker's next move. But this is too late for black. And in this position, pause the video and think how to checkmate. So Charles continue with queen g6 and check. And after queen g6, black resigned. Reason for resign is black can't prevent a checkmate. If black continue with queen g7, then rook e8 is checkmate. You can see that king has no options. And if black continue with king h8, then bishop takes f7 comes and the next move is rook e8 and Lasker's rook and bishop can't do anything. And if black exchange his queen with queen g7, but in this case rook e8 check and forcefully black has to move his queen, then queen takes queen is checkmate. And if black continue with d5 and after rook e8, black can deflect white's queen to move his bishop on f5, but in this case this queen is pinned. So Charles can capture this h6 pawn. So black has to move his bishop on h7 and then queen takes queen and after bishop g8, queen takes bishop and checkmate. So in this position, Charles moved his queen on g6 and check. And after queen g6, black resigned because black can't prevent checkmate.